What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 900 subscribers, of course. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what's next for the Charlotte Hornets. And as we all know, they got absolutely dominated yesterday. Like, the Magic did anything they wanted to them. Physical, making all their shots. And now it will be Pistons versus Magic tomorrow. And the playoffs start today, so I'm like, why not talk about the Hornets, who have been one of the best teams in the NBA since January, and really the only team that is top 10 in offense and top 10 in defense to really not make the playoffs and be a ninth seed. So when you're looking at them, let's start off with their star or superstar, if you want to call him, LaMelo Ball. And really the shit that is being talked about LaMelo just doesn't make sense to me. They're talking about is it time to move off of LaMelo Ball? And we're bringing this back to December when they said that stupid shit, and when he obviously proved that he cannot be traded from this Hornets team. Like, when you watch the actual games and you're not a box score watcher, LaMelo's impact just pops out on your screen. Whether you want to call him an inefficient shot chucker or not, he needs to be on the court. And in fact, his shot chucking actually opens up opportunities for offensive rebounds, which the Charlotte Hornets are top 3 or top 5 in the whole NBA. When you look at, obviously, yesterday's game, in the first half, obviously, the refs allowed Suggs and Anthony Black to basically push up on him and obviously get him out of rhythm, in which obviously usually during these games or physical matchups, LaMelo Ball usually falls short and he's not able to obviously play his game. And when you look at that and you being the best player, them knocking you off your course, them grabbing your jersey, them doing all that, and obviously you don't have a fair or good whistle in the league, so you're looking at that and you can't say that you honestly expected LaMelo to have a good game after the first 3 minutes, in which he wasn't trying to really get to the rim. He wasn't trying to score the ball. It looked like he said, it was designated plays for which the Hornets wanted to run, in which in the second half, in the third quarter, LaMelo took over. He had 21, and nobody really helped him to try to actually make the comeback. He had 21 in the third quarter, and then he didn't play in the fourth quarter. And this season has been a great season for LaMelo. LaMelo finally was healthy. He finally showed what he could do on the basketball court. Yes, the scoring is down. Yes, the efficiency is a little bit down. But next season, I expect him to be able to actually deal with the physical defense that will be played on him, and obviously to become a better finisher. But this has been an all-NBA level season for LaMelo Ball, and I expect better from obviously him being his 7th season. I expect a postseason run, because it does really look bad that he's coming out of year 6. Yes, this is your first healthy season since your first 2 seasons, but you have never been to the playoffs throughout your 7-year career, and that's just embarrassing. Next, talking about the Rookie of the Year, who's possibly going to win Rookie of the Year, because this isn't a play-in award, in Con Knipple. And Con Knipple was exceptional this season. And towards the last amount of games, you obviously can notice that Con was laboring a back injury, in which has prompted his game. He won't make excuses, but you can obviously see it. His three-point shooting was down, obviously, from the last month. Obviously, the attacking of the rim hasn't been the same. The defense has been there, but you can't just obviously not score the ball when you are the third option on this team. And that's what happened in the last couple games. Like, I saw a stat that Andre Drummond throughout the play-in had more threes than Con Knipple, who was the leading three-point shooter in the NBA. So that should just tell you all you need to know. Like, I don't know what else to say when you're talking about Con, but Con will be better, coming off a great Rookie of the Year season. Hopefully he doesn't have a sophomore slump, but he showed that what he's possibly capable to do when he's fully healthy, and obviously defenses are obviously going to be ready for him this time. So you look at that and you look at Con Knipple, and it will be a bright future. And talking about their second best player in Brandon Miller, and I expect Brandon Miller to obviously be a better scorer next season. And throughout January and February, Brandon Miller showed that he is capable of doing that, in which Brandon Miller needs to bulk up a little bit. He is too obviously fragile for me, like, to be honest with you. Like, when you look at Miller, you look at obviously physical defenses. just getting him out of rhythm, like LaMelo. But Brandon Miller doesn't have the shot creation ability to obviously withstand that. And you need that if you were going to be a prominent scorer in this NBA, which I do think Brandon Miller has the potential to do. And now with obviously Scoot making the playoffs this season, Wemby making the playoffs, you're the only one out of the top 5 that hasn't made the playoffs next season. So you're looking at a possible Brandon Miller bounce back season. Obviously, he was healthy for basically the first time in his career. So this was a year of health and obviously development, because remember, they were at the bottom. And obviously, people didn't expect them to be obviously being a play-in team a couple months ago. For them to make this huge jump to even be above 500 team, it shows exceptional development. And when you're talking about the rest of the team, like Kobe White needs to be retained in free agency. I do think Miles Bridges is traded during this offseason for obviously a physical 4, because Miles Bridges is not going to do it. And yes, in that play-in game, I forgot to mention that he showed up, but that was his best game all season. That was his best game in 3 years. We just got to keep it a buck, what we saw out of that Heat game. And when you're looking at obviously this team, you need a player that can get to the rim and score the ball. When you're looking at the center position, Moussa Diabate has been huge. He has been great, a great offensive rebounder, and obviously a great hustler and a great presence. But you look at this team and you see that any physical center, any center that is just stronger than Moussa will eat. Like, you saw it. Like, Wendell Carter Jr. started off the game with 10 points, and I'm like, what the fuck? When has he ever done this shit? Jalen Duren, like, every time Moussa played Jalen Duren, Moussa was getting worked. Like, we got to keep it a buck. Like, if this was a first round matchup, Duren would have probably averaged 25 and 10. Like, that's how it probably would have looked out there. So you're looking at that. You're looking at obviously getting an enforcer to play defense, because there is not a true enforcer on this team. You tried to use Sion James, and Sion James is just not the answer right now. I get it, he's a rookie, but his scoring is non-existent. Like, I remember the Celtics game, he basically saved that game for them, in which you're looking at a team which you need the defense, so he has to be out there. He's one of your best defenders on the team, but I don't know. But when we're talking about the Charlotte Hornets, me being a LaMelo fan, I wasn't really that mad yesterday. Like, obviously, it was a little bit of anger out of me when they were down 30, but at the same time, this is a young team that was not expected to obviously be a play-in team. Like, they were expected to win only 23 games this season. They excelled, or they showed their development, and now this will be a big offseason for their GM, Jeff Peterson. Like, whatever he does in the free agency, whatever he does in the draft, it will be huge, because we expect, or I think the whole NBA world now expects the Charlotte Hornets to be a playoff team next season, and that's up to them, that's up to their front office, and that's up to their best player getting back into LaMelo Ball. We've seen what LaMelo can do when healthy. Like, obviously, there is negative PR with him. Obviously, the tripping of Bam, and obviously people talking about his character, which makes no sense, because I don't know. But you're looking at this Charlotte Hornets team, and you're just saying all the bright spots, and it's a bright future for this Hornets team. And I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about the Charlotte Hornets down below. Let me know how y'all feel about LaMelo Ball. And when you look at, let me say something else, like, when you look at this team, I think you would see that you need a better player or a better scorer than LaMelo. Like, LaMelo can't be your consistent scoring presence on this team. Like, you need another one to actually help him. And Brandon Miller needs to step up, because Brandon Miller did step up, yes, but he didn't take that scoring leap that you wanted to take. Like, you need a player that obviously LaMelo can trust to get a bucket at any time, and Brandon Miller just hasn't been that this season. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about the Hornets down below. Y'all let me know, do y'all see them making the playoffs? And yeah, what's next for the Charlotte Hornets? Subscribe. What's good, y'all? If y'all made it to the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And there's a video right here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it if you like this one. And the channel icon's right there if you want to just check out the channel in general. And yeah, leave a like too, because it really helps the algorithm push me out. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching this video nonetheless.